Hi, my name is Ciara Sotomayor, and this summer I interned as a Latin American correspondent at Latina Republic. I am a senior at Wake Forest University studying politics and Spanish. So I mainly focused on Ecuador, and I ended up crafting two stories. The first one was with the Fundación Alas de Colibrí, and I interviewed the president, Daniel Roida. So this organization is working in anti-human trafficking, specifically in supporting girls and women who have been victims of labor or sex trafficking. And in in this process, they work with local authorities and they partner with organizations that help these girls and women transition from being a victim to being survivors, and eventually going on to be successful in pursuing university degrees or opening up their own businesses and getting back on their feet. So this was an incredibly inspiring story for me. He started off working in law and then became interested in the human trafficking cases that were coming into the national court, and ended up starting this organization, this foundation, with a couple of other colleagues who were also interested in the field at that time. The second story that I crafted was with OPEV, the Organización para la Promoción de la Economía Violeta. And this is a brand new organization in Ecuador, actually launched in February of 2020, right before kind of the pandemic paused everything. And so I talked to the executive director, Ana Maria Pesantes, and it was very exciting because it was her first time actually getting to tell this story and having a platform in which to express her journey in creating this organization. As a woman, it was super inspiring to see like what she was doing for other Ecuadorian women. So what happened was she went bankrupt and had a negative experience with discrimination. Her company failed, and then she was asked to speak at the Women Economic Forum in Cartagena. And for that reason, she had started researching women and marketing. And so afterwards, she dove into this topic, ended up returning to Ecuador with a much clearer idea of what she wanted to do, specifically researching the gender gap in different spheres of Ecuadorian life. So she was looking at the workplace, careers, education, as well as the social sphere, and what are the barriers for women in these different areas. So they ended up creating this foundation, and now this organization now plays a role with the federal government in the post-COVID recovery, specifically in incorporating Ecuadorian women who have been out of the workforce back into it in order to stimulate the economy and ultimately increase the GDP. So both of these stories were really incredible because it's the kind of things that I've studied in class, and I've always wanted to know more about what it actually looks like working in the field, doing research or working with migrants, being in border zones, that kind of thing. And for that reason, I was really, really thrilled to have this opportunity. I came across both of these organizations by looking through local newspapers, and I think as a student who is very interested in international affairs or anything with Latin American politics, I think this internship really shows you kind of the possibilities in this field, and also like the importance of lifting up other people's voices. It's such a unique opportunity because you can go to mainstream media sites and you can learn about what's happening in the world, what organizations are doing what, but when you actually speak to someone who has, dedicated their life to this, you realize like you're capable of doing anything, and there's also so many good people in the world making these things happen. And for that reason, I'd just like to thank Latina Republic for this opportunity. And if you are interested, I would encourage you to apply. Thank you.